think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather. We already know, we knew Crawford is a great fighter.
The comparison, listen, Crawford Mayweather would have been an amazing fight in their prime. Just like you insert Ray Leonard in there, just like you insert Ray Robinson in there. What a round robin that would have been.
He tried. You catch him, he want to catch you back. You know what I mean? You fighting Bud, he's not. Bud's not running from nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where I felt that I had the upper hand in our competition.
Canelo responded to Terence Crawford accepting Floyd Mayweather's challenge by warning that Crawford would likely beat him. He said Crawford is the superior fighter today and deserves full credit for everything he's accomplished. Canelo described him as an incredible talent, praising his skill and timing. He added that Crawford has proven himself in multiple weight classes and earned respect from both fans and experts across the sport.
I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather. We already know, we knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
Was it something specific, the movement or his speed or power, or what? Was there something you could put your finger on that gave you the most trouble?
Everything.
Okay.
He have everything. You know what? Sometimes you try and your body cannot go, right? That's my frustration. Maybe I can figure out Crawford, but my body cannot go anymore. So I try it, but my body just not let me go. And you need to accept it. That's it. He's a great fighter. He's a good fighter. He know how to move and everything.
Garage Hackett shared his thoughts on Canelo's remarks about Terence Crawford, highlighting the difference between Canelo's loss to Floyd Mayweather years ago and Crawford's win over him later on. Hackett noted that when Canelo fought Mayweather at just 23, he was still developing as a fighter and didn't yet have the skill or experience he has today. By the time Crawford faced Canelo, however, Canelo was already at the top of the sport, an established champion with refined abilities. That's why Hackett believes Crawford's victory was even more impressive, since it came against Canelo at his peak, not the young and inexperienced version who once lost to Mayweather.
Heard that, what I think is, when Floyd beat me, I was 23, I wasn't polished. When Bud beat me, I was the man. I was the man. And he beat me fair and square. He beat me at my game and he beat me at his game. That's why Canelo said that. Do I believe that? It's tough to believe. We're not going to ever see Bud versus Floyd. And it's crazy. It's crazy because I would love to see that fight, but I know we're not going to see it. But I can only take Canelo's word because he's the man that's been in the ring with both of them. But I understand why he said it. I was a kid when I fought Floyd. He wasn't a kid literally, but he was young. He was young. There was a lot he didn't know. There was a lot he didn't understand about boxing that he later on learned and got better. But Bud beat the better version of me, even though it's the ran down version. I'm saying that because it is some wear and tear there with Canelo. I've been saying it the whole time. When a guy got almost 70 fights in current time, with all those big camps he's been doing and all that, trust me, it's some wear and tear there. I'm not making excuses for Canelo. I'm just saying, I do give Bud his credit though for beating Canelo, and Canelo understands I am a better fighter today than I was back then. But that's hard to say because Floyd, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Bud took maybe 20% of what Floyd did and added that to his repertoire for this fight. So that's why I'm saying it's tough to say that.
Joe Rogan was blown away by Terence Crawford's win over Canelo Alvarez. He pointed out that Crawford jumped up 2 full weight classes at 37 years old, something almost unheard of in boxing. Rogan emphasized that no fighter at that stage of their career has ever taken on and beaten someone of Canelo's level. To him, this wasn't just another victory, it was a historic moment that proved Crawford's greatness and cemented his place as one of the sport's most remarkable athletes.
It's like, you're watching, like, wow, towards the end, towards the final rounds, he really started getting comfortable and really started putting it on him. I'm like, this is amazing.
one of those rare, like that's history, obviously, right? Watching somebody do, you shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to fight at that weight for the first time ever.
Against one of the
undisputed greatest of all time, fucking, and do what you did. It is beyond, like, my favorite, an outlier. You're beyond an outlier. You're an anomaly.
Yeah. Something special. And
something really special.
I believe he's 37.
Yeah. One of those where you shouldn't be able to do that by any account. By any account. 37, my body was so wrecked. I'm like, fuck you. I can barely go bowling.
Paulie Malignaggi joined the debate over whether Floyd Mayweather or Terence Crawford is the greater fighter. He explained that arguments like this never really end because each man comes from a different era with unique challenges. Malignaggi said the comparisons are fun for fans and experts, but there will never be a final answer. Both fighters have a strong case. He praised Mayweather for his perfect record and legendary career, while also crediting Crawford for dominating multiple divisions and beating top opponents. For Malignaggi, it's the discussion itself that keeps boxing exciting.
Tough 154 pounders and it was in a young Canelo and a very tough Cotto who was punching very hard from 40 to 54. Remember Cotto had knocked out Delvin Rodriguez at 54. He'd still done some damage at 54, and I thought
won a title at 60.
Yeah, and I thought he knocked out Martinez at 60, and I thought he gave Mayweather a pretty good fight at 54. I don't know. I can't say I disagree or agree. I just think that Mayweather, because it's so far away, so long ago, and people sort of start to underestimate the things he did. People talk about Canelo takes his repertoire from the Mayweather repertoire. No, he doesn't. Mayweather fought ex-champions. This guy's fighting guys who will never even may never smell a belt in their life, and he was fighting them. So Mayweather, even if you're saying, he didn't fight the very best, he still fought champions and ex-champions, even at 47, even at 54.